This is the MOVCAN V30Pro Max electric bike, a 3,000-watt motor and those big 20-inch fat tires. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to blend a little motorcycle energy into an electric bike, this is exactly what it looks like. Right in front of me now, this e-bike has an unmistakable moped-inspired look. It's got a long fixed seat, beefy frame, huge headlight, and those ultra-thick tires that you just know are built for all kinds of terrain. When I saw it for the first time, I honestly had a few doubts about how comfortable or practical it would be. It almost looks more like a mini motorcycle than a pedal bike. But after spending a lot of time riding and using it for daily stuff, from city commutes to quick grocery runs and even some dirt trails, I want to share a quick review that'll hopefully give you a real sense of what it's like, especially if you're new to electric bikes or thinking about making your first e-bike purchase. Let's talk about the look and feel that you get the second you walk up to this thing. The frame is carbon steel, and even though the style is retro, there's nothing old school about the details. It has a big digital display up front, thick handlebars that feel solid, large hydraulic disc brakes, and two big battery compartments stacked right under the seat. Fat 20-inch by 4-inch tires make the V30Pro Max look ready to tackle just about anything. Road, gravel, even some snow if you're up for it. When I first hopped on, I noticed the seat height sits at about 32 inches. As someone who's 5'11", I found it easy to get both feet down. That seat is long enough for a friend, so bringing a passenger is not an issue. It weighs around 109 pounds, which you can really feel if you ever try to move it without motor support. But when you're riding, all that disappears. The color options are a rich brown and classic black, and the overall build just feels really sturdy and confident. I did have some concerns about the seat being fixed and not adjustable, and I wondered how that would feel on longer rides, but I'll get into that a bit later on. From my experience, riding this bike is genuinely exciting, a little intimidating at first, and super fun once you get used to the controls. One of the key features is the dual motor system, 1,500 watt up front and another 1,500 watts in the back, so the combined peak power is 3,000 watts. That basically means you get instant acceleration and you can climb hills that would just eat up a regular bike. There's a 7-speed Shimano gear system and it shifts smoothly, but honestly, I use the throttle most of the time instead of pedaling. It's just too tempting not to. When it comes to speed, I tested the V30Pro Max at full power in dual motor mode, and the fastest I reached on GPS was about 35.6 miles per hour. That's honestly way quicker than I expected and faster than I'd want to go every day. But for people who want that motorcycle rush without the license or extra paperwork, it really delivers. Stability-wise, the bike feels safe at speed, though at the top end, you do notice some vibration, especially on rougher surfaces. Out on city streets, the ride is super smooth thanks to the dual suspension system. There's a front fork and a coil shock in the rear. If you ride over potholes or cut across a patch of gravel, you barely feel it. The fat tires help with stability and grip. I've ridden in light rain too, and the traction hasn't let me down. Even off-road, on simple dirt or forest trails, there's enough suspension and grip that you can really have some fun. Just don't expect it to keep up with serious dirt bikes. One thing I use a lot is the cruise control feature. You can hit your top speed and hold it, giving your wrist a break, which is really handy on longer rides. The bike also comes with a big headlight for night riding, a phone holder, a sturdy front basket for groceries, and USB charging, all stuff that makes daily use easier. The point I keep coming back to, and one of the things I like most, is the power and freedom the V30Pro Max gives you. From my perspective, the dual battery setup might be the unsung hero here. You get two big battery packs, one 20-hour on top and another included, so you've got a total of 40 hours to work with. MOVCAN claims anywhere from 40 to 60 miles on throttle only, and up to 120 miles if you're into pedal assist. Based on my real rides, I get about 50 miles using just the throttle, which is more than enough for most commutes and casual weekend adventures. There were times I pushed it further on gentle trails with a mix of throttle and pedal, and I could have kept going longer if I'd really wanted to pedal more. I think it's perfect for anyone who wants to quit worrying about battery or range anxiety. You just ride and go. Another thing I love is how confident the brakes feel. The hydraulic disc brakes stop the bike on a dime, no matter the weather. Even in rain and on steeper slopes, I always felt in control. But there are pain points too, and you should know about them if you're new to this style of bike. The weight, 109 pounds, is real. If you need to pick this thing up, Get it onto a bike rack or carry it upstairs. It's tough. You don't feel it while riding, but don't plan on easy manual moves. Another thing is the seat. It's comfortable at first and fine for short to medium rides, but because you can't adjust it, if you're shorter than about 5'5", your feet might not reach the ground. If you're over 6 foot, you may start to feel a little cramped and notice the pedals are a bit higher than you'd prefer for real cycling. In my opinion, this is not a bike you buy to pedal for hours or use mainly for exercise. It just doesn't feel right for that. Assembly was another thing that threw me off a bit. While the bike comes 90% pre-assembled and there's clear video support, you'll still need basic tools, not all of which are included, and some patience to put it together out of the box. I'd recommend a friend's help if you're not used to assembling bikes. On extremely cold days, battery range drops off quite a bit, which is normal for e-bikes. But there was one cold morning I set off on a full charge, and the batteries died much faster than expected. Learn from my mistake and try to keep the batteries above freezing before you head out. Still, there's a lot to love if you want a bike that feels sturdy, fast, and can take you pretty much anywhere you want to go. The design is absolutely eye-catching. I still get people stopping me at traffic lights to ask what kind of motorcycle it is, and some friends can't believe it's actually an electric bike and not a moped. The digital display, easy cruise control, and all-terrain tires just add to the fun. In conclusion, my quick review is that the MOVCAN V30Pro Max Series electric bike is ideal for anyone looking for a high-powered, rugged, and comfortable e-bike that takes most of the work out of daily travel or weekend adventures. I'd recommend this for adults who want a reliable ride that covers long distances and can handle rough terrain or urban roads with no sweat. If you mostly want to pedal, I'd look elsewhere. If you want a little motorcycle you can ride every day without the insurance or parking headache of a real motorbike, this is a great choice. It's a solid investment if you prioritize performance, comfort, and a head-turning design. I hope my experience helps you decide if this bike fits your lifestyle. If you want more reviews like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.